everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make tracks. So just click here, start a new track. Okay, so VIP gets all the tracks, but there's like a track of the month. I think Overspilled Fun Rig is the funnest one because there's like boosters in it, and expert mode is like the best. And then that's how you adjust your track. And then you can also change the theme, and this is how you name it, but sometimes it crashes. So we can just like think of a name here. And so like let's just do Speedy Racetrack. So then it will just save it once we exit out of it. And see, it saved it automatically. And let's just say I want it like 500 meters. Alright, so this is how you zoom out, move around. Okay, terrain tool. It makes like hills, pools, not pools. It just makes the land change. It makes the terrain change. So then we can just click play to like test it. So I'll just try. So we can do flatten tool, and we can flatten this all out. So terrain tool, pretty simple. So smoothing tool. See these like really sharp things? We can just smooth them out. See how that's all smoothed? So you can just smooth it so that way it's not like a straight knife sticking into your car, but this still is pretty hard, and now I'm stuck. So pause takes you back, so then we can flatten this all out. Okay, so that's terrain tool. If you also make things suspended in air, it will do that, so where there's like bricks. And you can also use the reverse, so like see, I make this, click the back arrow, it completely destroys it. So you can just click reverse and reverse. Okay, so on to collectibles. So you can have auto collectibles on, which is just like fuel and coins. You can see there. And then we can also make our own. So like this, see, we can rotate it, but that doesn't do anything. And then there's a move around box, so we can move it around. And then duplicate, we can duplicate that. And then we can use multi. And then we can click on it, and then multi-select, we can select all of these. And then see, this entire thing is now one thing, and then we can just delete it. Alright, so this is how we make ponds and lava pits. So here's my water, and we'll just smooth that out. And then we can click on it and expand it in all directions to make it fit our thing. And then again, we can test it like that. Okay, and then we can just delete that entire thing. And then we can also make a lava pit. like this. So now there's a lava pit, which die in. And then we can use also multi-select, so if you have a bunch of different lavas, you can do that. And then there's poison, so it's like hidden poison. So then when you drive, it just instant kills you. So that's how poison works. You can also use it as like, if you get too far underwater, you can die. Okay, so decorations, we can make it look like you're going under a cave or through a mountain. What? And so those are the decorations in this map. In other maps, there are different decorations. So we can make it look like there's just, it's like a cave, kinda. So, now we have dynamic objects. So these are objects that can be like interacted with. So here are some examples. So like, you know, the things that they break when you smash into them. See, and then it breaks. And then this roller coaster. You can just use that. Pretty simple. And then we can just make a million of these if we wanted to. And then immovable objects, which is like bridges, launch pads, entrances. So these are all objects that can't, well, they can be interacted with, but they cannot move. So like this you can drive on, so that's interacting with it. And there's also launch pads on this section. And then we can multi-select this and then just delete it. And then like hotel entrance, haunted house, whatever it's called. And then we have these. These launch things are so fun to use. And then we can just stack this up and then do that again. Do that again. And see, we'll just go up, up, and away. Up, up, and away! Whee! Pretty, that's why I like that. And then multi-select also works on these. Multi-select works on everything except for terrain and stuff like that. And then we have these are really fun. They're like conveyor belts, that each one of them is, and they are really fast, like insanely fast. So then we have decorative objects, which they have nothing dynamic or interactive about them. They only, like, it's just decoration. That's the only thing it is. And we also have our coordinates in the bottom right corner. And now I'm gonna make a track for a example for you guys. So we can put this here and make a jump to like here. And we can smooth this out. And then we can add lava under here. So that way you have to make the jump or else you'll die. So we'll put that right here. Oh, that's the rotate key. Then we lower that down. Stretch this. Create another. And then we can test it. And see our launch pad is too high. So, well, this car can make it, but, so we'll just lower that down and then we can check it again to make sure it works. And then we just found another error that this needs to be lowered down like that. And then we continue on with building. So let's just put 1,000,000 of these things right here. So we can just spam the duplicate key like 1,000,000 times, but it will only let you create 50 objects. So eventually it will say, yep, right there, object limit reached. So then we can play it. And then, yeah. And then we can come out of it. So we have to beat it in order for it to be published. Then we just publish our track like that. And there you go. That's how you make a track. And see, it's published right here. And it's published to the entire game. Now I need to think of a way to end this video. Oh, I have an idea. This is what I do every time. And like that. Let's try that again. I just jumped over the first one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.